This is my first time making a transparent cups corset blouse, and I decided to document every step. Welcome to day 2 of my 3 days tailoring challenge. So let's start from the drafting and see how everything comes together. We're starting from drafting of the cup, which is to measure the nipple to nipple point. So my nipple to nipple point is 8 inches. So we're going to mark out 8 inches. So quick one, I'll be having a free 3 days masterclass on fashion illustration. So if you're interested, please click on the description box to join this group, and I'm sure you're going to love it. So let's move on to the day of today. So to measure the nipple to nipple point, we'll mark out the half of the nipple to nipple point, which is 4 inches. So after measuring the 4 inches all round like this, we're going to be connecting using our ruler to connect a straight line all round through it like this, and also do the same to the other side. So before then, we are going to measure our chest line, shoulder to chest line, which is 7 inches, then shoulder to our bust point or bust line is 10 inches. So shoulder to my under bust is 14. So I rule out a straight line all through the line like this. Just keep watching and see how I'm doing it. So moving on from that point, we're going to now rule out a straight line on the other side too, which makes the 8 inches that we needed. So to start with, we are going to be measuring 2 inches at this point. Sorry, we are going to be marking out and naming the pattern so you not get confused. We have the center bust and the side bust. So the side bust is always bigger normally, so we went down at the downside to measure 1.5 inches on the two side, then use your curve ruler to connect it to the line like this, just as I'm doing. You also do the same to the other side. I hope you get what I did there. We measure 1.5 on both sides, then we come in at the upper side of the bust. We come in at the down of the first center back, we come in by half an inch, then on the downside we come in by 1 inch. So hope you can see what I did there. I went in by half an inch on the upper side, then on the downside I went in by 1 inch. So we connected it to it like this. So we also did the same to the other side. Hope you get what I am doing over there. So we'll also make use of 1 inch at the downside and half an inch on the other side, on the upper side, which is the side front. So after that, we connected using our curve ruler to connect the lines to it like this. So and on this point, we are going to be using the curve area to curve out the side of the center bust and the side bust. Hope you saw what I did. Then we went down on the center bust, the first line on the center bust, we went down by half an inch because the bust side bust is always bigger than the center bust. So at this point, this is where we actually indicated the arrow facing each other, where so in order not to make any mistake when cutting your fabric or when sewing. And this is point we are cutting out this pattern just to give a proper finishing. Hope you get what I saying. If this is helping you, please don't skip. Small details matters with corsets. So I hope you get what I did there. So and I'm sure you're going to understand what I did at that point. So moving on, we're going to now start by using our masking tape to hold down this pattern together like this. So this is the point after using the masking tape to get what we want, and you can see how the bust is already looking, how protruded it is already. So we are going to be placing the pattern cup that we are already made out to be placing on this. So to start with, on this body pattern, we went in to measure our shoulder length, come down by 1 inch for the shoulder slope, then measure 7 inches for the armhole because we are not going to be having any sleeve for it. So on that point, we made out a straight line, then come in by 1/2 inch, or use our curve ruler, our armhole curve to connect the lines together like this. So we'll go down by shoulder to our bust line, shoulder to under bust, and shoulder to half length, also shoulder to the full length. So after ruling out a straight line all to the all lines like this, we actually indicate what the lines actually signifies, which is the chest line, bust line, under bust, and half length. So we are going to be placing this cupped pattern cupped into this, then measure half on measure 1 inch on the center, then place it there. Use your masking tape to hold it down so that you're not going to make mistakes. So when doing this, please avoid, you actually need to pay attention because you don't need to let it fall like the way the paper is falling on it. You actually need to fold it back a little just for it to be firm and very beautiful. So from there, we are going to measure all our body measurements, which is our body measurements divided by 4, whatever you have divided by 4, which is mine is 30 divided by 4. So I never added any allowance because in return I was still going to deduct from what I have there, because this is a mesh and this is a very good mesh. So we went down the down part just to give it a curvy part. At that down, we came down by 2.5 inches. So on to measure the back pattern, we are going to be extending all the lines on this part together like this, then make out a straight line on the other side, just as you see me doing. So after doing all this, I'm sure you get what I said or what I've said so far. Please let me know in the comment section if you've already gotten what I said on this point. Please just take your time. It's not so hard, it's not so difficult. So just take your time. So we actually name the yoke just to give a proper finishing, and then make out a neckline for the front yoke. So on this point, we measured our shoulder for the back. So we're actually using the same shoulder because this is not having a zipper, so it's having a loop. So our shoulder is 16 divided by 2. We went down by 1 inch for the shoulder slope. I hope you got that. Then we went down by 7 inches for the armhole. I said earlier because I'm making the armhole 7 inches because it's not having a sleeve. Then we actually used our curve ruler to make our armhole like this. So and on the bust point, we measure our normal bust round bust measurement, which is 30 divided by 4. Then every other body measurement, we actually divided it by 4 too, and then connected the whole line together like this. So shall make sure you're using the same length, like you're not adding any allowance, because this is a mesh, or except you're using a different material that is not stretching. So we went down by 2.5 inches just to give it that curvy look at the downside. So I hope you got what I said. So for this side, the yoke, you're going to be naming that just not to get confused. So to make the loop that I really wanted, so at the end of the day, I made sure that I made the loop about at the midpoint, which is 3.5 inches. Sorry, 3 inches by 1.5 for the down and also for the upper part. I hope you got what I said. I said 3 inches at the midpoint, then 1.5 at the end of the pattern. I hope you got that. You can see how I retraced it to get what I wanted for it. I hope you get that. Yeah, so you're going to be making that, just that loop, just for it, for us to know that a loop will be there. Okay, so when doing this, so at the other point you're going to cut it out because it won't be needed. So let's move on to the cutting, and then after the cutting we now decided to place all this pattern together. So, and mind you, when cutting this, apart from the yoke being a piece, you're making the bodies 2 pieces each of them. So we unfolded the front, then made our boning boning casing, also now freestyled by just placing it like a v-neck. Firstly we placed it at that point, then after placing them to the pattern, this is what we have. We also did our bust caging, and I hope this is lovely. You love what you're seeing. I'm sure you do that. So this is it. This is what it gives before joining the cup to the pattern itself. So I hope you understand what I said earlier. So we're going to be joining all these patterns together to see how neat and how fine it will look on us. Do you get? So after making all this, firstly you're going to be joining, after fixing your boning and everything, you're going to be using the second pattern that you cut out, material rather, to be placing just to cover up the sewing that you already done. And this is what you look, you'll be using your pin to hold it down just to give a very neat and proper finishing. Okay, so I hope you get what I said and you love to try this, and I'm sure you will love to try this. So after all this, we are going to be making sure that this is also properly sitting and making sure that it's actually sitting well. And voila, this is what it looks like before making a loop at the back. So firstly we are going to be um marking out the shape at which I wanted it. This is what the shape I wanted, and I'm sure you do, you love this. So this is how my first transparent corset blouse turned out. If you learned something today, I'm sure you've learned something and you will love to recreate, right? I'm very sure you've learned something. So if you've learned something today that is so educating, that is so gorgeous, please don't hesitate to like, comment, save and subscribe for more videos. Day 3 is coming. Don't miss the final finishing. Okay? Bye.